Derrick Cook. Live in 311 Al Drive in Troy, Alabama right now. I'm a grad student in Troy currently. Just graduated this past spring. Undergraduate business administration. Going to be an accountant, CPA. So yeah, that's me. I guess if I want to talk about Ronnie, where it goes back to high school. He once Dexter started coming to New Broughton with us, I got to meet, and I'm assuming through Deidre, he learned some stuff about, because Deidre knew my family, and he got to learn about me, and Dex and I became friends and started hanging out. And Ronnie just sort of decided, to make sure that he would invite me to things and bring over, because he always told me that, it's like, you seem like a good kid, Derrick. I just want to make sure you have a chance. Yeah, and so he always took me in took me in as a part of the family, because he learned about my mom's death and me being being raised in a single parent home, and he just saw that I was misfortunate, not being in a full complete family setting. So he wanted to give me that. So every time they went up to the lake or went down to the beach, he was always sure to invite me, just to include me in the family, just to give me support. He was always a strong supporter, male mentor for me. He really was. He helped me. He helped me tremendously. He blessed me several times. Because I remember one Christmas in particular. Not just me, but me and 3 of the other guys who were on the football team and who were in a single parent home, similar situation. He invited us all to come over Christmas Day, and we got there, and we had just as many presents on the tree as Dexter did, and then and so it was really great. And what made it so special for me, kind of just to kind of make me feel different than the other guys, Ronnie was wearing a certain outfit that he had bought from the Nike store, and when we all opened the presents, I was the only one with that outfit. So me and him were matching that day, and it was really cool. He senior year, he took care of me. I didn't have insurance. I got hurt 4th or 5th week into football season, and Ronnie personally said, Derrick, don't worry about it. I'll take you to the doctor. I'll make sure I'll cover the expenses. I separated my shoulders, still separated, but Ronnie took me. He waited with me at the doctor's office. Make sure I was okay. And he took care of my car for me one time. I ended up running over some nails or something. It had 2 bad tires, and he's like, "Don't worry about it, son. I'll get it taken care of." So he took my car and took it up to the shop and got it changed out and worked on. And then while I didn't have my car, he let me use the Jeep. He gave me a Jeep and I had that Jeep for about a month to use to drive around so I could still get along and do what I needed to do. And he would just bless me with money. All throughout, if Dexter was going to go somewhere and do something, he'd always ask me, he's like, "Hey son, do you need anything?" If Dexter was going to go shopping and I was hanging out with him, he'd be like, "Well, here you go, here, get you something too." I strongly feel, Ronnie treated me like a son, no doubt about it. I'll call him Dad. I love you, Dad, whenever I talk to him, because everything he's done for me is just, academically, he always supported me. He was always very proud. Making a point to point out how proud he was for my academic success. I was salutatorian in high school, all A's, and I was always selected for all the leadership positions and all the organizations. And he pointed out that he's like, "Here, and good job." He would always be like, well, whenever they had get-togethers or parties or things, he'd always ask me to come to help out. Not to for the kids, Carson Arcade or Dalton. They'd have Halloween parties or Christmas, and where all the kids, all the community come in. He's like, "Well, he'll call me up. He's like, "Derrick, I need your help. I need you here." I'm like, "Yes, sir." I'd come and help him out and just run things over. And he was always shared about, he's like, "Appreciate it, son. Thank you. Here, take this," and just small awards. But as far and church goes, he knows I'm a Christian. I'm a strong believer in faith, and he always admired me for that. And he always talked to me about that. And if it wasn't for Ronnie, there's a few opportunities I wouldn't have been able to take up on. He supported my youth group whenever we traveled on a thing called Fine Arts Festival, and it's in the Assembly of Gods. That's what they do. It's nationwide, and what it is, it's youth, and they go to kind of like we call it a competition, but it's really like it's an opportunity. We're at a church and we all get to do different kinds of ministries. Like there's dramas, acting out, and there's like human videos where you set up scenes and things to sync with music. I always preached and did human videos, so I did short sermons, and then there's choirs and there's all kinds of things just for you to get to use your gifts and your talents, and to be critiqued and to improve on your skills as you get ready for ministry. Ronnie supported me and my team a couple of years, like in funding us to be able to go. Ronnie also, because of his financial support to me personally, like his gifts he's given me, I was able to take a trip to Guatemala on a missions trip. And while I was there, I got to do vacation Bible schools and it's the first time I was ever out of the country. And it really changed my perspective on things to get to see. And I'm Hispanic. I'm like El Salvadorian, and for Guatemala they border. So when I'm down there, and it's all these kids are looking at me and they're like, oh, you're one of us. I'm like, I don't know any Spanish. I'm sorry. And they look at me funny, but I say I no Espanol. But it was a great experience just to get to see those kids and just to give back to them. And sort of in a way, like Ronnie gave to me, so I was able to give back. His blessing, I was able to bless others. And another thing, I play bass for my church whenever I'm there. Like this past semester, I haven't been so busy in grad school and stuff. I haven't been, but yeah, I'm the church bassist. And a lot of people don't know that the Christmas money that Ronnie got me was the first bass I ever bought, and the first bass. So I started my music because of Ronnie, and. I guess, as far as it goes, the last thing I'd say about him is that, the Bible talks about, and Jesus said, as far as, what is religion, it's like looking after the orphans and the widows. And, Ronnie did that. I know for a fact that Ronnie did that. He was always looking to help and support families, to support those in need, especially around the holiday times. I've seen him, I've rode with him one time where he stopped and he gave a man, I don't know how much money, but he gave a man a large amount of money. He's like, here, I know you need this, here, take it. And, this is me seeing personally, to see him give, to see his heart, to really be about the community. And, I know personally, I've been blessed because of Ronnie, and I'm just glad, that I can have opportunities to help him and give him back. Thank you.